Damn, I've been divorced 2 times over dumb shit. I'ma shame my son, call another nigga pops. Cause his mom still bitter, we didn't work it out.
Good morning, everybody. This is one of those days where I'm really supposed to be chilling because, believe it or not, after our event Saturday night, the candidate conversation, I feel ill. Like, everybody was like, hey, let's go grab a bite to eat. On the way to grab a bite to eat, I start getting these horrible body chills. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's just cold. Maybe I need on a scarf or something like that. And I go to dinner anyway. And I end up leaving dinner like as soon as my food came out because I was feeling so bad. So I said, guys, I'm just tired because I felt like I was sleepy or something. I'm like, guys, I'm just tired. I'm just going to go home and get some rest. So I leave. Guys, like my new coffee cup? You know what time of year it is. So listen. I leave. I go home. Probably about an hour later, I'm like just laying in a puddle of sweat in my bed, completely sweated out. Cold chills, but I'm hot as I don't know what. Body aches, headaches, everything. Like I can just tell that something is happening inside of my body. You know how you could just feel like something is happening in your body? Like you could just feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't even sneak up on you. You can feel your body changing. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, let me wait around until the next morning or whatever and see if this is something, that's going to pass, yada, yada, whatever. The next morning, I'm still in the same condition, weak, can't eat, can't drink any water, anything like that, right? Somebody blowing up my phone. They always get to blowing me up when I'm alive. I'm like, let me call one of my friends that's a doctor. So I call one of my friends that's a doctor, and I go see her because y'all know my opinion. I'm completely afraid of anything these days. Everything is scary. So I don't even think I got to get into that. But I go to a friend of mine and I was able to get treated. And I needed to restore my body, with a lot of vitamins. Okay. And I needed to take a couple of antibiotics. And I actually feel really good. This is not even 24 hours later. But what I found out was that I had received contact poisoning. And I'm like, contact poisoning? What? Ms. Diaz is in the comments. What you say? That's what she said, right? You see what she said. Okay, so listen. I'm paying attention to what's going on and thought I was paying attention to everything that was going on at the event. But then when I get to the doctor tells me that I had contact poisoning. So I'm trying to figure out what in the world is contact poisoning, right? And contact poisoning is exactly what it says. People can touch you and poison you. What? Oh my God. So I ended up getting replenished on all of these vitamins, doing a little detox or whatever to remove, any type of heavy metals or arsenic or whatever from my body. And then I start reflecting back on the event that me, Kwame, and Judge Joe Brown had just had, because I literally just left there. And I mean, it was not that long. So let me see who's blowing up my phone. But we got a lot that we got to talk about, y'all. I just said that without getting too deep. But for one, y'all need to know that I'm back, okay? I'm healthy, okay? I'm fine. And we're going to continue this fight. We're just going to pay attention to how we move, because we just don't really know what's going on right now. We don't know what's going on right now. It's a lot of weird stuff going on, and y'all need to wake up and y'all need to be paying attention. But the overall thing is your girl is fine. I'm fine. But I wasn't, but I'm fine now. So that's the T, okay? Contact poisoning, okay? Anyway, y'all listen. Let's do this up. Let's do this first of all. We got to expose this stuff because they're getting real serious. We need to talk about this interview. Charlamagne the God and Kamala Harris. Now, y'all already know I'm going to have to break it down, give y'all my commentary. We're going to talk about it. But let's get into this interview right quick. I know y'all saw it, or maybe y'all saw clips, but we're going to sit here and we're going to watch the whole thing together, and then we're going to get into the rest of our topics. And then I got to get ready to go because I've got a Newsmax segment at 11 o'clock, but I wanted to spend time with you all first because I know you all have been looking for me. Outside of the stuff that I'm talking about with the contact poisoning and all that crazy stuff, the event was great. People showed up once again. All of the panelists were awesome. A lot of people were asking me to bring Candace Taylor on the show. I'll get Candace Taylor on. In fact, I'll see if I can get each one of the candidates on. And I think I might just kind of open up my show to bring in candidates on because they got me a little shook right now for a moment because I don't know what's going on, but something going on. But let's talk about this. Kamala Harris snaps on Charlamagne the God when he asks her, who's the president? She says to him, Charlamagne, look here, don't start acting like a Republican. So what does that mean? Does that mean that if only black men that are smart enough to ask the questions are Republican? What are you saying? I don't know. Why can't Charlamagne the God ask a question like he asked everyone else without being shoved into a category or a stereotype? And this is from a woman who claims to be the most powerful woman in the world. Now, actually, you really don't have no power unless something happens to the president. But anyway, we don't have to get into all that. But why can't he ask the question without being stereotyped? That's what we want to know. Why did she get upset and why was she so bothered? Let's see what happened. Scroll down here because I wanted us to see the whole video. There you go.
All right, who's the superhero that's going to speak against Joe Manchin? I want to know who's the real president of this country. Is it Joe Biden or Joe Manchin?
I'm sorry, I interrupted. I don't think the vice president can hear you. It's Simone. I'm so sorry, Charlamagne. We have to wrap.
She can hear me.
Wait a minute, we got to back this up.
I'm very pleased to have joining me for a God's honest conversation, the vice president of the.
Now, first of all, we're going to keep going, but let's look at how it's, first of all, it's on Comedy Central. Now, Charlamagne the God on here saying, thank you for joining me for an honest to God conversation with the vice president. And we're on Comedy Central. Why are we on Comedy Central? I don't get that. Is this supposed to be a joke? I'm assuming it is. Let's keep going.
The United States of America, Kamala Harris.
Hey, Charlamagne.
My first question is a question that after the pandemic, when I ask, I expect a real answer, okay? You ready?
Okay.
How are you?
Oh, thank you for that. And I know you really mean it. I am well. I am well. I am blessed. You know, there is a lot of good that we can and have done, and I feel energized about continuing to get the work done. So thank you, and my family as well, and that's all I could hope for. So thank you for asking.
Let's talk about some of that work because, you know, it's people like me that were motivated to vote for you, and we feel as if you've disappeared. If not disappeared, been silent.
Now notice, the man say he voted for her. You voted for a woman that don't even think you worthy enough to asking her a question without putting you in some type of group or stereotype. Let's keep going. Like you too dumb to ask questions, but let's go.
Is that the case?
Not at all. I mean, even this week, there were two things that I'm actually more than that I'm extremely proud of that has been the product of months and months of work. One, something you and I have discussed before, the issue of maternal health. So I brought the issue of maternal health to the front stage of the White House for the first time, talking about what you and I have talked about, that Black women are 3 or 4 times more likely to die in connection with child.
Now, y'all know I'm about to go off. You already know I'm about to go off because here is your opportunity, Madam Vice President, right? To talk about, to advocate, right? Since we're so concerned about Black women, because every time I hear a conversation with them, it's about Black women. And if it's not about Black women and abortion, then it's about Black women and this maternal health problem, which we address at the candidate conversation. They keep putting this at the forefront of the issue, right? So there's some reason they want to create this fear about Black women giving birth to Black life, right? Because this is pushing fear, just like this other thing that we're going to show you from the White House about them saying everyone that's unvaccinated, basically that they're getting ready to die. Now, based off of what she's saying here, I have to show you all this. Give me a chance to look this up. Just 1 second. Y'all already know I'm about to go in because I'm going to show you exactly who these people are, okay? I'm going to show you exactly who these people are. This is where is that LA Times? Hold on. I got you. Because y'all already know I be on it. Huh, here we go right here. Here we go right here. Hold on. Got something else I need to pull up. Show you who these people are. Y'all just keep chatting in the comments. Let's get this one pulled up. Where is that? Okay. Hold on 1 second. Don't hide it from me. Here we go. Got it right here. Now, back to y'all. Kamala Harris, right? I keep trying to tie this together for y'all about their agenda. All of these Democrats, how they're funded by Planned Parenthood, like their lobbyists for Planned Parenthood. If you go look down and look at every Democrat who has raised funds in any race, they have all been supported by Planned Parenthood. Okay, it's no ifs, ands about it. This is public record, right? Not only that, you know, y'all favorite Barack Obama, I think he actually received some type of humanitarian award, right? They got us so caught up in this agenda. So here's Kamala Harris. The first thing she does in this interview with Charlamagne the God is discuss how she has brought to the floor the issue of Black women dying during childbirth. But let me show you also who Kamala Harris is, right? I got to show you another one, and we're going to go right back to that. Let me show you who else Kamala Harris is, okay? Oh, come on. Where you at? Here we go. This is also Kamala Harris, okay? This is just 2 years ago. All right, we're gonna read this together because I want to make sure y'all seeing what I'm seeing. Tonight, the Senate is voting on whether to impose a 20-week abortion ban. 20 weeks, okay? That's a 4-month, right? Fetus, 4 months pregnant. We ain't talking about a 6-week ban. We ain't talking about a heartbeat. We ain't talking about 12 weeks, okay? That's more. That's a 5-month pregnancy we talking about right here. Tonight, the Senate is voting on whether to impose a 20-week abortion ban. Women have the constitutional right to make their own decisions about their reproductive health. It shouldn't be infringed upon. Get out your bullhorns. Everyone should be shouting about this. So, Kamala, help me understand this. So your issue is you don't want a ban on 20-week abortion. So a woman that's 5 months pregnant, you believe that she should be able to go abort her baby. Now, my question is, because we know this, and I'm about to bust y'all head with the next thing I'm finna show you. Why? What you gonna do with a 20-week-old fetus? We know that's a completely formed baby. It might be small, but it's formed. We know this, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that there are some babies being born now, 5, 6 months, can live, incubators, all of that. Y'all know that, right? Well, we know that nobody is giving their baby back after they abort it. We don't know what's happening with the remains of the baby. Why would you be advocating for a ban off of 20-week abortion? Right now, we fighting at 6 weeks. You said 20 weeks. Okay? Let's not forget who these people are. Not only that, Kamala Harris, where is your children that you birthed? Why are you out here telling women, huh? And don't let me get into the black children and the black husband. And we ain't even finna go there because I'm gonna keep it cute. But what we're gonna talk about is this agenda, right? So now let me show you something else. Now you saw that they tweeted, right? We talking about a 5-month pregnancy. You done seen somebody pregnant at 5 months before. You out there, you're showing. You might even see the baby move, kick, all that. The baby got a heartbeat for him. You go get the sonogram. The baby in there doing flips, back flips, turn. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. We don't have time to be separated no more. Not when all the abortion clinics in the hood. Not when they keep telling us abortion is healthcare. We got to understand that this is a bigger agenda, right? So now we've passed that. Let's see who else Kamala Harris is, because I keep having to tie this together for y'all. I keep having to tie this together for y'all. Now, look at this. Kamala Harris slams Republicans on abortion, says they're killing poor women of color. So now, remember, they want us to believe. Y'all remember I shared with y'all the tweet from Planned Parenthood. Do y'all want me to pull that up again? The tweet from Planned Parenthood said, I know I got to pull it up again because y'all don't believe nothing that I say. I know I got to break this all the way down. Hold on. Where is that? Hold on. There it is. There it is. Let me come back over here. Because I know I got to show y'all everything. Hold up. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to share this with y'all. And then we're going to go back to the video. Because I got to show y'all how to tie all of this stuff in. And what's going on here and who these people work for. Hold on. There it is. All right. There you go right there. Y'all see it? Or is it just me? Do y'all see that? And you can go look for this right now on their page. Tweet it from their account on Halloween. This how much they hate us. On Halloween, this is a joke. You on Comedy Central? Now we on Halloween where people dressing up. Listen, if you're a black woman in America, it's statistically safer to have an abortion than to carry a pregnancy to term or to give birth. Come on, y'all. Well, y'all, how can you even believe that this is true if we as black people have been saying for a very long time that all life was created by us, that we started this, that we've been giving birth since the beginning of time. Now, all of us got here because somebody was born and had a baby and died, and that baby had a baby, and then that person died, and that baby had a baby. Like, that's how we got here. We've been giving birth since the beginning of time. You get on an interview with Charlemagne the God after pushing, right? Because their whole agenda is abortion. And then they want to tie it to women of color. So now they say Republicans killing women of color by not letting them get an abortion. No. You're killing women of color by funding abortion, because before you become a woman, you're a teenager, and then before you become a teenager, you're a little girl, you're an adolescent, and before you become an adolescent, you're a toddler, and before you become a toddler, you are an infant, and before you become an infant, you are a fetus inside of your mother's womb. For you all to push this agenda and tie it to black women to make us fear creating and giving birth to black life because there is an agenda. Y'all gonna get mad at me. I know it. I don't care. Let's keep going. I want to know, how is it, ma'am, that you get on it. Y'all just voted to give illegal immigrants $450, got shot down in the Senate, but y'all, come on, y'all just voted. Why is everything come out y'all mouth about Black women giving birth to their children? If you are so concerned about Black women giving birth to their children, if you are so concerned about Black women dying and helping, give us $450,000. I don't care if the illegal immigrants got it or not. It's the fact that they were willing to give it to them. Because if you are willing to give it to them and you can afford to give it to them, then you can afford to give it to us. Let's keep going. But we don't get that. We get scared into giving birth from a woman who ain't never gave birth before. I done told y'all. 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 Stop listening to these women. And I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but some women have cursed wombs. We read about some of these stories in the Bible. They got to do a whole lot of praying and a whole lot of cleansing. You know, a lot of women have had abortions and become sterile. Got husbands right now, love them to death, want a baby. They can't even give them a baby. Stop listening to these women that can't even, or for whatever reason, have not even experienced carrying or creating a life, tell you to kill your blessing. Let's keep going. I know y'all tired of me harping on abortion, but I'm tired of you folk. Y'all need to see them for who they are. Let's go. My brother in the building, Kwame, what's up? Let's finish getting into this interview. This is about to be hilarious.
Native women twice as likely to die. Rural women 60% more likely. And we talked about it in terms of, look, this is an issue that needs to be addressed both in terms of the racial bias in the.
So white women ain't dying from childbirth. I just gotta say this. Do y'all see this? Like, if y'all telling me the reason why they so hype about abortion is because their numbers, right? They know they finna be minority. It seems to me like these people helping them. Why are we not here? They name every race but white women. So we are all women, right? Because I have good sense, and we are all created the same, right? Why is it that only white women safe to give birth now? And if that is that, like, if it's only safe for white women to give birth, right? And we know that Black women are dying from birth, okay? We know Black men are in prison, okay? Y'all saying abortion gonna kill Black women. I mean, if people don't have abortions, that they gonna die. So we killing the babies. How are we supposed to grow? How are we supposed to live? How are we supposed to exist? How come I get offended? Like, y'all get mad about other stuff. This is what makes me mad. How you gonna sit up there and say every race or ethnicity, especially Black women, gonna die from giving birth to their children except white women, and y'all call me a coon? Who's she trying to say? I'm just asking. It's an ass show. Let's go.
Medical health profession, but also we need to address it in terms of the fact that after a woman gives birth to another human being, it's not right to say
bingo. She said after a woman has given birth to another human being. Miss Kamala Harris, are you acknowledging the fact that babies in the womb are human beings? Are you acknowledging the fact that you are advocating for 5-month human beings in the womb to be executed? Are you realizing that you are advocating for an initiative that fears Black women into giving, scares them to death into giving birth to Black life? Huh? Where we at? She said it. I didn't say it. She said it. So the next time you bring me on your show, Breakfast Club, the next time y'all bring me on your show and want to challenge me about whether or not a baby is a human being or a fetus, Angela Yee, because you didn't want to hear it from me. So listen to the women that you praise. Let's keep going.
she's only going to get 60 days of coverage through Medicaid. for what she might need in terms of postpartum treatment, whether it be depression or just exams. So we're saying let's extend it for a year. Dealing with an issue that uniquely affects Black women, fibroids. You know, we don't talk about this stuff publicly, but Black women know that it is a
y'all, I'm so tired. Like, this really bring tears to my eyes, y'all. I am so tired. I am so sick and tired of how everything impacts Black women. What is this attack on Black women? Because we are the carriers of Black life. What is this attack on Black women? Everything that come out your mouth is Black women, and it's nothing positive. It's not that we're living and we're thriving, okay? That's not what this conversation is about. Huh? It's about all of these issues. How we fix these issues. Can we get $450,000? I'm gonna wear that into the, I need somebody to make me some t-shirts, please. Somebody, I'm gonna run that into the ground. Everything impact us. And you wonder why everybody's so emotionally unstable right now. Why the whole Black community is on edge. Why we don't know what or who to trust. Why we fighting amongst each other within. Y'all keep sending all of these mixed messages. Fighting for us to die. Making us hate the ones that's fighting for us to live. Elevating the ones that's pushing Black genocide, while oppressing the ones that's pushing Black empowerment. I don't know who is texting my phone. I hate when y'all do this. I know you see me. Please don't do that. Don't, when God is using me and got me preaching, don't start distracting me. Let's get back in it. I can't stand that. Like, yo, what the hell? If I don't answer after the first meeting, I'm gonna get back like this. And send all your texts in one thread. Shit.
A real issue in terms of their health and their life. So we're bringing that to the public stage. And this has been the product of work I've been doing for many years, even before I got to the White House, but bringing it to the stage. Another issue, I just did an event yesterday about lead pipes. We'll look at the issue of lead pipes. What we know is that especially our children.
Listen to this book. Listen, y'all. Y'all know that anybody that I don't raise children, my children, listen, grown. My baby finna be 18 in a couple of months. Y'all know they dealt with the lead pipes back when we was getting Section 8, when we was 19, 20, 21. They had to come in and repaint all of the window sills to make sure wasn't nobody using no lead painting. Like, we've dealt with this issue. This Kamala. We're in 2021, sis. We know about the lead. We've dealt with this. Come on, let's keep going. None of this got nothing to do with our issues that we're dealing with right now. All of this is hogwash, right? To keep us distracted. Let's go.
Who are in public housing and public schools are more likely to be exposed to lead in paint and in pipes. And so
now y'all know, listen, let me zoom in for this. Because I really need y'all to look at my face. Now y'all know dang well, back when we was in school, right? Even if you my age, y'all already know they dealt with this lead paint issue. Like, I remember even being in school and them having to come in and repaint. I remember this. I remember, like, come on, Kamala, sis. Come on, Kamala, let's keep going. Let's go.
So we've put through our infrastructure bill a lot of resources into saying, let's clean up those pipes. Let's save the health of our children. And why? Because I've met mothers and fathers all over the country, from Michigan to Ohio, all over the country, who talk about the fact that when they turn on that tap, they are afraid that when they fill that glass of water, they may be filling it with poison.
Yeah, we know about that from Flint. Yeah, in the Obama area. Ain't nobody really drinking tap water no more, sis. I mean, come on, though. Let's go.
And so we're dealing with that because you know why? For our children, half of children under the age of 6, Charlemagne, in America are exposed or are at 3.
Yet you want to abort over half of the children under the ages. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to shut up.
Being exposed to lead. that can stunt their growth. It could have permanent
abortion can too.
Their mental capacity to be educated and literally create brain damage in some cases. What else have we done? Well, I've been working for a long time on saying Black folks need access to capital. Everybody needs access to capital, in particular when we looked at the
Kamala, you absolutely right. We do need access to capital. So where's our $450,000? Like, where is that at? Where is that? You're right. You're right. Where is that? Where's the laws? Where is it? Because you just said you and Charlemagne that you was the most powerful woman in the world. Okay, shake some. That's all we saying. We hear you, but we don't see you, ma'am.
Pandemic, how many of our small businesses could not survive the pandemic because they did not have the kind of financial support they need? So I just announced what we are doing that is about the $12 billion I got from the Senate, and extending that money to invest in minority-owned businesses, knowing that we have great entrepreneurs in our community who just need access to capital and need to stop being told that they're
Now, let me explain something to y'all. Don't never get hype about what they say they working on, because the difference of what they working on, the difference between them working on something is an executive order. Is we working on something mean we could be working on it and it don't never happen. An executive order mean we finna put this through right now, right? So we're Kamala and Joe Biden and the rest of y'all administration, whatever y'all got going on, all y'all Democrats, whatever they claim y'all for us, we're not impressed with what you're working on, baby. We need to see some executive orders being passed on behalf of, and we need to talk about that too, Black Americans. Now, for those of us that know that we are indigenous people, that's good. But that's not how they target us. It wasn't Indigenous Lives Matter. It was Black Lives Matter. Okay, it wasn't Indigenous Lives Matter that burned down our communities. It wasn't Indigenous Lives Matter that got these people in the office. It wasn't Indigenous that I had to check on my application every time I applied for a job, every time I applied for welfare, every time I applied for a school. It was Black. So let's get an executive order for Black Americans, since you've already put us in this box, right? Because we're here. I can't go back and change all those applications and those census reports that have me listed as a Black American to indigenous, right? Let's deal with Black Americans. So if y'all can sign an executive order for Asian Americans, if you can sign an executive order for indigenous people, right? Because we got to deal with the misconceptions, right? And the reality of what's set in the mind of Black America today. You know, I know I'm not an African American. And the reason I know I'm not an African American is because there are white people that are born as citizens of Africa. And if they leave there now and migrate to America and become citizens here, those white people are also going to be African Americans, right? So I know I'm not an African American. That is me. But since we are constantly speaking, right? And I get y'all. I know where my people at where they like this include us. No, hell it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't. Let's be clear. We know who we are, right? Do they know who we are? Because I don't hear her saying indigenous people. Indigenous people, they refer to us as Black. So let's do something for the Black Americans here. That's all I'm saying. It's only fair. Let's keep going because we got a lot to cover this morning. I don't want to waste too much time. Y'all know I get all in my feelings. I was just on Clubhouse. I don't went from praying to cursing in like 5 minutes. So I'm trying to deal with my attitude, but let's go.
Unbankable, when in fact they are brilliant and are doing great things in the community. So these are some of the things I could go on. I mean, one of the other issues that I care deeply about is what we have got to do in terms of public transit. I've been working on the infrastructure law that we now have. You know, Black folks as commuters, as workers, are 4 times more likely than other workers to go to work on the bus.
I don't know if y'all on work or whatever. Somebody go get a bottle. Every time they say Black folks, we taking a shot. I'm finna go get mine. Hold on 1 minute. Let's go.
Or on the train, on public transit. And we need to improve that. Again, I've been talking with folks around the country. I know personally from having, been a bus rider, that what you see is that in underserved communities, folks are more likely to have to transfer to get to work because there aren't adequate bus lines coming into their community. I know that when you are 5 minutes or even 2 minutes late to catch the bus, in certain communities, you might have to wait a whole hour for the next one to come through, which means you're an hour late for work.
Kamala, if you're worried about Black Americans, right, commuting and going to work, why are you not worried about Black Americans keeping their job that for whatever their religious reasons are or health reasons are advised by their doctors, right? Why is it important for them to keep their jobs? If we're concerned about the commute for Black people in our communities, why were we standing with an organization that came and burned down our communities and ain't nobody building them back up, right? I'm just asking the question, like, where is your concern? Because half of these Black people they talking about, they concerned about going to work, don't even have a job because of mandates and vaccines that I don't want to get my page suspended, but listen, y'all, all I know is this. Cory Booker and Elizabeth Warren, triple vax, boosters and all, got COVID. Y'all new mayor here in Atlanta, look, gave out a whole statement. It's on ATL Scoop. You can go look it out yourself. I'm fully vaccinated, yet I still caught COVID. Yeah, a lot of y'all catching colds. I don't know, sound like fear mongering, something to keep the rich rich, keep the poor poor. I don't know what's going on. I don't trust these people. Let's go.
And may be looking at pay doc, or maybe even losing your job. So these are big issues. They take a lot of time. And I'm about saying, let's take on the tough issues, but let's do the hard work, which is not just about giving a speech, but it's about actually getting the job done.
Absolutely. You get a lot of criticism, more criticism than any VP I've seen in recent memory, but there's nothing you've done on your worst day as VP that compares to, Mike Pence's worst day as VP, but you seem to get crucified for every little thing in the media. Why do you think?
I'm sorry, y'all probably couldn't hear me. So listen what I'm saying. To me, this sounded a little bit like propaganda because let's be honest for a minute. They said that she's not worse than Mike Pence. I don't remember Mike Pence being the Attorney General of California and being responsible for sending thousands and thousands and thousands, right, of disenfranchised, should we say, because those are the words that they like to use, men of color to prison. I don't remember Mike Pence advocating, right, for 5-month babies to be aborted, knowing that we have abortion clinics in our neighborhoods while they have fertility clinics in their neighborhoods. I just don't. I'm just, hey, shit, excuse me, Lord, for cousin. I don't know. Let's keep going.
I think that is.
Well, I appreciate you asking the question, but let me just tell you something. My focus is going to, I can't tell you how many places from Chicago to Charlotte to Detroit where fathers and mothers bring their little girls and little boys up to me and they say, I want to meet Kamala Harris. And then the parent.
Y'all, I gotta say something, y'all. And I don't want y'all to laugh because I'm real serious, because I'm starting to question a lot of these women that don't have children because they so heavy on pushing this transgender movement. Why is this lady neck so wide? Okay.
Parent shows me on their phone a picture of their child watching the TV when I was sworn in, right? That's what I focus on in terms of my motivation and my inspiration and verification of the importance of being here and getting this work done. And that's where I focus.
Do you think the criticism comes from you being a Black woman?
There it is. Where y'all at? Who with me? Now I'm gonna take a sip because I still got to do Newsmax. Just a little sip. But I don't know where y'all at. Y'all better have y'all cups. There you go. I'm going to fill me just a little cap full. Just a little cap full, because I got to be, you know. A little tighter for your body. Woo, Lord, let's go. I'm going to have to cut this interview short.
I think that, you know, there is definitely healthy discussion that I will leave others to have about that.
But when was she black, y'all? When was she black? Can we have this conversation and be for real? When was she black? Because y'all do know she was sworn in as the first Indian, right? Senator. Sworn in as the first Indian. You do know that when she came down here to Atlanta after that shooting, when they cut that deal with the Asian community, y'all do know that she was introduced by the news as the first Asian American vice president. Y'all know the only time she was ever really referred to as black is when she's pandering to black people. Now, I know it's okay. You can be mixed up of all different races or whatever, but when your whole conversation is black, 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 you down here got pictures of you eating pork chops with hot sauce, and you on the Breakfast Club, and you talking about you was riding down the street listening to Snoop Dogg, smoking weed and all of this stuff after you done sent all of these black men to prison. Come on, y'all, let's go. We got to wake up to the agenda.
But I'm going to be focused on the work, and I will not be distracted.
It's okay to say yes. We see it. It's okay. Now, I know you wanted to speak on the Build Back Better plan too, but you know, it seems like once again, Senator Joe Manchin is stopping progress on that. Why?
Well, look, Build Back Better is something that the president and I care deeply about. It was, you know, it was our original idea. Even when we were campaigning, it's about saying, look, if first of all, if the cost of living is too expensive for too many people.
So let's do something about inflation, okay? How are we gonna afford to live if we paying $100 at the gas tank? How are we gonna afford to live if we paying $10, $20, $30 for a gallon of milk? Inflation is on the rise. I'm so sick of these people. I want y'all to go back and watch this interview because we got some more stuff we need to talk about. I'm gonna play a few more minutes because I want to get down to the end where they basically try to hurry up and get her off the stage. You know, the lady, Simone, whatever, all of these, you know, front runners for abortion and illegal immigrants, right, over the black community. Let me give this back to y'all. We're gonna do a few more minutes and then we gotta move on.
It has been this way even before the pandemic. And we need to bring the cost of living down. So Build Back Better is saying, let's bring the cost of childcare down. That working families shouldn't have to pay more than 7% of their income in childcare. Mm-hmm. We're saying prescription drugs are too expensive. We know, you and I know, I have family members who have diabetes.
Stop right there. Now, y'all, I want y'all to listen to this live because I was working alongside the last administration. Trump already did this. Trump signed an executive order lowering the price of prescription drugs, okay? He lowered the price of the EpiPen. They went in first day in office and reversed Trump's executive order, okay? We got to get brought up on history. We got to be paying attention to what's going on. Those of you in the comments, as y'all remember that, go ahead and put that in there. That's something for y'all to go research. He signed an executive order on that. I ain't sitting up here trying to cap for the man or nothing. I just want to reveal to you all who these people are and the lies and the games that they play. This is something that was already done by President Trump. They went in and overturned his executive order. Now she's sitting up here acting like this is something that they fighting for. Lady, it was already done. Y'all sitting up here playing with people's lives about y'all agendas because the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. This is a game to them. We suffering.
It's too expensive to pay for insulin, and insulin is the only thing that can save a diabetic's life. And so we're saying bring down the cost so that folks wouldn't have to pay more than $35 a month for their insulin. We're talking about elder care. So many folks are raising their young children and taking care of their parents. And it is impossible to take care of their basic needs without having some assistance. And that means bringing the cost down so people can afford to live and satisfy their basic needs and their responsibilities. So we're going to keep pushing, and we're in extensive talks across the aisle with both folks in terms of Republicans and Democrats, but we're not going to give up on it at all.
So let me stop. Let me stop this right here, y'all. We're gonna come here for a minute because I need to show y'all something. I want to show y'all, for one, this executive order that was signed by President Trump, right? I want y'all to see this first of all, because I'm so sick and tired of the lies and the games that they played. Y'all can go look at this. September 13, 2020. Executive Order 13948. Lowering drug prices by putting America first. Okay? The lies. Okay? Like our girl Candy said on Housewives of Atlanta. Like, I just had to call that out, and we're going to go back into this. Like, bruh, they pay so many games. Hold on one second. I had to share the screen again. What a shame. Playing with the lives of the American people. That's a shame. And trying to make us hate somebody while they sitting up here playing games. Child, please. I'm so sick and tired of these folks. I'm talking about tired of them. Let's go.
The pushback on Senator Joe Manchin. Why is he allowed to constantly hold up President Biden's agenda?
I mean, look, here's the thing that is an important fact.
This another thing. Stop hitting us with every time we want accountability. The Republicans held it up. We sitting here watching y'all sign executive orders for every other group. We see if they can get an executive order, we can get an executive order. Stop. See, that's the difference between us, right? Holding on to this fake hope of they're doing something for us. Like, as long as they telling us we working on it, then we seem to be soothed. It's like giving a baby a pacifier. Well, we don't want no more pacifier. We want some milk, right? Put something in the bottle. Please I don't want no more pacifiers. Give our people some milk. And don't tell me that you can't give them milk when we see that there have been nearly 11 million illegal immigrants to come into our country who aren't forced to be jabbed, right? And who you were saying are going to get 450,000. It's only 3.5 million blacks living below the poverty level. You'd rather give $11,450,000 each than 3.5 million of your own citizens right here on your own land. And I can tell you something, that's going to spread. Like, that would be the jump that we need, because a lot of them is our cousins, mamas, uncles. Like, we're going to spread the wealth. I do believe we're going to do the right thing this time. We don't have no choice because we see what type of games these people are playing. Let's go.
Which may sound technical, but it really is an important fact. We have, folks know we have the White House as Democrats, the House and the Senate. In the House, we have, as Democrats, a majority. I believe as of today, it's by 3 votes.
Y'all listen to this, and I got to let y'all finish watching this. They have the president, they have the White House, they have the Democrat, and they have the Senate. Democrats are the majority in all 3. Okay? As of now, they are the majority in all 3. Don't sit up here and listen to this bull crap about what they can't do and what they can't pass, because I told you, you listening to the vice president. Y'all can sign an executive order, just like you did for the Asian Americans, just like you did for LGBTQ, just like you did for indigenous people. You can sign an executive order, just like you did when you gave $63 billion to Afghan refugees, okay? Pass that one too. All these executive orders. Stop feeding us this bull crap about who shut down what and get some executive orders going. Miss Kamala, I'm so proud to be black.
Hundreds of people. In the Senate, where there are 100 senators, we are split 50-50 in terms of the Democrats or independents who caucus with the Democrats and the Republicans. And that makes me, as the president of the Senate, the tie vote. Every vote matters, especially in the Senate, and we have to listen to the voices who represent their districts. And so that's what we do, and then we negotiate. Some people said we would never get the infrastructure deal done.
Now, she just said something you all need to pay attention to. She said we listen to the voices of the people that represent them. This goes back to what I'm telling y'all about, or what I was talking about on Clubhouse earlier today about, the state and local elections. who we voting in office to represent us. What are y'all voting for? What are their voices? What they advocating for? All we get is abortion. Come on. Woo! Help me, Jesus. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're probably going to have to break this, y'all. We're going to have to come back for a part 2 after I get done with Newsmax, but let's go.
Well, we got it done. Some people said we couldn't get the American Rescue Plan done, which was $1,400 checks for folks, where we expanded the child tax credit. A lot of the way we did that.
Listen, they want us to be satisfied with a one-time payment of $1,400. Half y'all can't even pay your rent. You can't even take care of your monthly expenses for $1,400. They want us to be proud of a $250 tax credit, $250 a month for a child. Why y'all talking about $450 for illegal immigrants? And they want you to feel good about that small thing, because these are the things that keep you a slave to this government. $1,400 ain't enough for you to get nothing. It might help for a month, but 30 days later, you right back. Food coupons might help for a month, but 30 days later, you right back. How fast can you spend $250? $250, come on, man. You're not doing us no, how is that a favor to people that's struggling? When you say, Lord, woo, let's go.
That was also informed by some previous work I did to say people have to pay, parents have to pay the bills every month. So let's get them the child tax credit in payments every month so that they can get through the month. We got that done. Some people said it couldn't be done, but it takes negotiation, and that's what we have to do. Sometimes it is frustrating. Some people say watching sausage get made, you think that's difficult? Well, watch a bill get made. It's frustrating, and sometimes it's just not pretty.
At what point do we stop being politicians and just be real with the American people, Madam Vice President? Because we know Joe Manchin is ruining this country. The stuff he's holding up progress on are hurting people. They're hurting Black people in particular. If Democrats allow Joe Manchin to continue to do this, how do you convince Black people to come out and continue to vote for y'all? He's holding up progress. We know this.
Hey, Charlamagne, here's the thing, though. Mm-hmm. I think it's a mistake to try and think about this.
Do y'all see the muscles in her neck, though? Like, that's
only through the lens of Democrats versus Democrats, when the fact is Republicans are consistently and unanimously standing in the way of progress.
Very true.
So the delusion, right, of Charlamagne the God is that he wants to believe Republicans are standing in the way when these people sitting up here signing executive orders left and right. Charlamagne is soothed with her response. You're true. It's the Republicans. It's the Republicans' fault. Oh, no, Republicans ain't getting in the way of progress. Y'all, you have control of the House, the Senate, and the White House. Sign an executive order.
It is my recollection that
that's a wide neck, y'all.
Voted for the American Rescue Plan. It is my knowledge that we couldn't get them to even agree, not one, to debate on what we were trying, except maybe Lisa Murkowski at some different points, to debate what we need to do on voting. Couldn't get, because of Republican opposition, the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act to get up for a vote, something I helped write with Cory Booker.
So you the vice president. And this is another thing, y'all. First of all, the biggest flex is that y'all have to remember Kamala Harris ran a whole presidential campaign and had to suspend it because she had absolutely no support. Y'all forgot? Like, even me, I didn't even suspend my campaign. I kept going to the end. This woman had to suspend her presidential campaign. How in the world did she become vice president? They just said she's the most powerful woman in the world, and you can't get an executive order on behalf of the people that you claim to represent. But you can come to Atlanta for one day and have a meeting with the Asian community, and the next week, y'all not only passing a bill for them, signing an executive order on it, but you also signing an executive order to get them $50 million. Like, stop playing with us. Stop playing with our feelings. Stop playing with our emotions. Stop playing with our lives. Stop playing with our per capita opportunities. Stop playing. Y'all, sum up with his neck, y'all. Let's keep going. Watch it. Watch it.
So let's put the emphasis where it really needs to be, which is how is it that today in this year of our Lord 2021 in America, that on some basic issues like upholding our democracy, we can't get bipartisan support and therefore can't get it through. You go back to Reagan and Bush. There were Republicans during those eras and even before who voted to extend the Voting Rights Act. And now we can't get anybody to stand up and say, this is about our democracy. Let me tell you something. I start every single day.
Oh, she talking about we can't get nobody to stand up for our democracy. She lying. This all we hearing about. Oh, black women this, black women that. Oh, abortion is healthcare. Oh, we gotta kill our babies. Why is her neck wider than her whole head? Why? I don't know. Anybody from Atlanta, y'all know Alonzo Arnold? He do hair. That's what this look like. I ain't being fooled by these people no more. Let's keep going.
Reading the presidential daily brief. It's called the PDB, often with the president in the Oval Office. What is in that is classified information about threats to our national security and hotspots around the world. I have had direct conversations with prime ministers and presidents and a king, some of whom I have had over to my home. And they are around the world saying, what's going on with you in the United States? What's going on with this voting situation? What's going on? Because right now we are debating whether democracies actually can survive, or is autocracy better, which is based.
Let me dispel this myth that they got going on out here about this whole voting thing, because this is another distraction to make us feel like they oppressed. Your sister right here not only spent time in prison, got out, revamped her life. Not only have I been able to vote, but I've also been a qualified candidate to run for office. Okay, it's based on each state, and the only voting restrictions there may still be in place is when it comes to people who have backgrounds. If you have a background, if you are a convicted felon, they're basically saying that you can vote again once your sentence is completed. That doesn't mean the day that you get out. If you're still on probation or parole, that's still a part of your sentence. Once you finish serving that, then you can apply to have your rights restored. Okay? Ain't nobody black in America right now today being denied an opportunity to vote. Okay? You can vote by mail, and you can get up, you can go down there, you can vote in person. We know how to get our ID. Let's stop being fooled by this. Okay? Let's stop being fooled by this. Because while they trying to have us distracted on these issues that does not really matter to us, they killing our children. They transitioning our children. They're telling women that we can't give birth to our babies. You understand where I'm coming from? Oh, we got some stuff we got to get into, y'all. We're going to have to come back to this because I got 10:34, but I want y'all to go finish watching this. No, we're going to do a part 2 because I need y'all to see this video about this teacher going off, about this mother going off saying the teachers transition her 12-year-old daughter. We're going to have to do that on part 2. Y'all going to have to meet me back here at 12 o'clock, but let's go on and finish this. Let's go.
Basically, one person or one group telling everybody what they should do.
Y'all.
This is what's at stake right now for America. And you can tell I'm a bit frustrated, more than that actually, that people are making this into a partisan issue instead of stepping up to say, save our democracy. And that means stop messing with people's right to vote like they're doing in Georgia and Texas.
Girl, save our republic, girl.
And this is so much bigger and generational impacting. And people have got to come together and they need to be held to account, which is what you always do. We need to.
How you worried about the next generation and y'all sitting up here voting to abort babies that's 5 months developed in the womb? How you care about the next generation, and y'all sitting up here voting to transition our children and got these people teaching our little boys and girls in elementary school that they can be the opposite sex, which we know slows down reproduction? How you worried about the next generation? You ain't worried about the next generation. You ain't
to hold people to account, and that includes looking at the Republican Party.
Girl,
I agree.
Where do you stand?
I agree. Republicans are blocking.
Why we keep putting the blame on Republicans when this is the current vice president of the United States with a direct relationship to the president that can get an executive order passed on our behalf? How long we gonna keep believing this bull crap? Every time they have no answer, it's the Republicans' fault. Nah, man. Nah, do something.
In progress, but when I think about it, it's like we went out, black people, we voted, got Democrats in the White House, got Democrats the Senate.
Black people take a shot.
Joe Manchin is always blocking progress. Like if there's no hope in making Joe change, like why not say that so at least we know who the problem is? Because I feel like you get villainized.
I'm tired of hearing this. Let's y'all can go back and watch all that, but let's get to the end where
we put in place investigations of police departments that are active investigations right now. We are supporting consent decrees. So we are doing those things in the face of Republican opposition.
Again, it's Republican opposition. They just released an executive order, y'all, protecting, right, indigenous life, investigating missing indigenous people. Y'all got thousands of black people missing right now. Kendrick Johnson, okay, the other boy, little children showing up, these parents getting their babies' bodies back, all the organs removed. Huh? All of these missing black women and girls that they can't find. Stop talking about it's the Republican Party fault and sign an executive order. Use your power. If you got it, you ain't got none.
We cannot give up. None of us can. And the reality is because the issues are too serious and they impact everybody every day. And I agree with you. They're very serious.
Who's the superhero that's going to speak against Joe Manchin? I want to know who's the real president of this country. Is it Joe Biden or Joe Manchin?
I'm sorry. I interrupted. I'm thinking like President hear you. It's Simone. I'm so sorry, Charlie. We have to wrap.
She can hear me.
Can you hear me now?
You know what? I'm so glad he called them out. I'm glad he called them out about acting like they can't hear him. Simone trying to jump in. Simone trying to save her. Answer the question. But let's see how she handles Charlemagne the God.
Can you hear me, Madam Vice President?
So I'm sorry. You got it, Brad.
Oh.
So I'm sorry to interrupt.
Look at them neck muscles. Her neck bigger than Charlemagne.
So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlemagne. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president.
So this man can't ask whether or not, as much as these people said Trump wasn't a president. So this man can't sit up here and ask if Joe Biden is really a president without this person saying, don't start acting like a Republican. A black man can't what is all of this stereotype? All of these words that they trying to use. Look how she handled this man. Damn shame.
You think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden, and I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris. And the reality is because we are in office, we do the things like the child tax credit, which is going to reduce black child poverty by 50%.
Y'all listen, chastising a man like he a 2-year-old child said the $250 they giving y'all a month finna reduce child poverty by 50%. How when we got the highest inflation prices in the world? $250 ain't gonna feed my house for a week, and I ain't even got no children in it. What is 200? How is anybody in the comments? Because I know y'all in here, and I know y'all got good sense. I know y'all in here. Somebody please explain to me, anybody that got children, how somebody, that's like, come on, man. It's like having a baby daddy and they order this man to pay $250 a week, bro. What you gonna do with that? What, not even a week, a month. Let me correct that, because that would be $1,000 a month. They're $250 a month saying that they're reducing black child poverty. Y'all need to take another shot. I'm gonna catch up with y'all after my Newsmax interview. But listen, black child poverty is gonna be reduced by 50%. Because they giving mamas $250 a month, man. If you don't get bruh, come on.
On track to do that. We do things that are about saying that our Department of Justice is going to do these investigations and require that we end chokeholds and have body cameras. It is.
Y'all ain't wrote an executive order on that yet? Y'all, you mean to tell me y'all ain't wrote an executive order on that yet? Everything and everybody else can get an executive order, but we can't get an executive order to end chokeholds? Huh? You can write an executive order for everything else. When y'all gonna stop being finesse? Anybody neck that wide, you know they're lying, bro.
Out of pipes and paint because our babies are suffering because of that.
You care about babies now. You care about babies now. The same ones sitting up here talking about we're gonna die if we give birth to our babies. The same ones sitting up here talking about killing a 5-month baby now in the womb. Our babies are suffering. If our baby's suffering, ma'am, sign an executive order if you care so much. It's just a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. I'm just making a suggestion.
It is the work of saying people who ride public transit
Girls
deserve the same kind of dignity that anybody else does.
Girl,
so
bye.
Let's improve that system.
Girl, bye.
It is the work of saying
that
we
Girl, bye. Black men, black children, black babies sitting up here getting shot dead in the street of Chicago, and you talking about transportation. Girl, y'all done shut everything down for COVID. We can't barely even go nowhere. We ain't no jobs at what transportation. This is not an issue.
To bring down prescription drug costs because
sorry, Trump already did it. Let that lie go.
Folks who have diabetes should not be dying because they don't have enough money.
Girl, you a lie. You know what? God, I just pray right now, Father. I just pray that you reveal every demonic force that's operating within this administration. Father, I pray that you reveal every lie that is coming out of the mouth of the enemy. Father, I pray that you remove the veil off of the eyes of our people so that we can see the direct attack that is on our lives from this administration in particular. Father, uncover the lies. Father, show us all the truth. Allow us to be able to use discernment in this season. Come on, let's keep going. And I got to show y'all something else and I got to go.
In their pocket. It's about saying Black maternal mortality is a real issue that must be treated by everybody, including the White House.
If Black maternity, if Black women die in adult health care, bro, sign an executive order giving us some money, bro. Sign an executive order protecting Black life. You ain't gonna sign no executive order protecting Black life because y'all already know y'all want those organs. I said it, I don't give a damn, block the page.
As a serious issue, I hear the frustration, but let's not deny the impact that we've had and agree also that there is a whole lot more work to be done. And it is not easy to do, but we will not give up, and I will not give up.
I just want you to know that Madam Vice President, that Kamala Harris, that's the one I like. That's the one that was putting the pressure on people in Senate hearings. That's the one I.
Bye, Charlamagne. I'm tired of you because they bought and sold. They bought and sold. Where is the y'all drilled me? Y'all drilled me 3 against 1. I'm a sellout. I'm a coon. I'm this. I'm that. Y'all drilled me. This woman, you got the vice president on. They've done nothing for your people. There's absolutely no advancement. She ain't no proof behind her words. Like, ain't no receipts whatsoever. All you got is a bunch of excuses, and that's okay. Why are these people speaking for us? Now, y'all, listen, we got to come back to a part 2. I got to get ready to go do Newsmax. You all might want to catch me over there from the 11 o'clock to the 12 o'clock hour. And then we're going to come back over here and do part 2. Before we leave, let's talk about this for 5 minutes. Let's talk about this for 5 minutes. Y'all got to see this. Yeah, I keep telling y'all about this administration. I keep telling y'all about Joe Biden's pick for assistant director of health administration, Dr. Rachel Levine, who was a man that transitioned into a woman, who said he was going to make it legal for our children to be able to transition. This is now happening in our government and in our schools. I want you all to listen to this parent going off on the school board. This is not, again, this is not about adults. If you are an adult and you're transgender, I'm not here to offend you. We are only concerned about what's going on with children because we believe that that's a decision that should be made once a child becomes an adult. So no offense to anyone that is an adult and made that decision, but we are concerned about our youth. Check this out, y'all.
These teachers come in and act as if they have nothing wrong. They've done nothing wrong. A mistake? How long of a mistake? How many mistakes are we going to take before my child almost lost her life? They didn't tell me that my child was suicidal. You allowed these teachers to open their classrooms teaching predatory information to a young child, a mindful child that doesn't even know how to comprehend it all. How do you not know what was going on your own campuses? Did you think that no parent would ever come forward? You will not quiet me today. I will stand here today and protect my child along with every other child who has not come forward yet. Do they have psychiatry degrees that I was unaware of? Because I didn't hire them. Okay, I did not hire them to sit there and nitpick my child's brain. You took away my ability to parent my child. Even before I had any knowledge. I didn't even get to show support. You asked for support, I didn't get to it. You planted seeds, Ms. Caldera and Ms. Barak, Mr. Brook, and you, Ms. Tagarin. Your job was to educate my child in math, science, English, etc. Do your job and let me do mine.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Somebody said y'all can't hear. Let me rewind this and go back. I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't. Oh, y'all could hear it. Some people saying they could hear it. Let's just try it again. But anyway, y'all, this is a mother that's going off on the school board saying that they allow her child to begin the transition without her knowledge, saying that they basically changed her child's name. They counseled her child into doing this. Mama, hold on one second.
These teachers come in and act as if they have nothing wrong. They've done nothing wrong. A mistake? How long of a mistake? How many mistakes are we going to take before my child almost lost her life? They didn't tell me that my child was suicidal. You allowed these teachers to open their classrooms teaching predatory information to a young child, a mindful child that doesn't even know how to comprehend it all. How do you not know what was going on your own campuses? Did you think that no parent would ever come forward? You will not quiet me today. I will stand here today and protect my child along with every other child who has not come forward yet. Do they have psychiatry degrees that I was unaware of? Because I didn't hire them. Okay, I did not hire them to sit there and nitpick my child's brain. You took away my ability to parent my child. Even before I had any knowledge. I didn't even get to show support. You asked for support, I didn't get a chance. You planted seeds, Ms. Caldera and Ms. Baraki, Mr. Baraki, and you, Ms. Tagarin. Your job was to educate my child in math, science, English, etc. Do your job and let me do mine. They assumed that my child needed your aid and resources. They pushed it in the face. And tonight, I will stick up for her. Ms. Caldera, you're guilty. Ms. Baraki, you're guilty. You changed her personal documentation, her gender, her name, her email. I authorized an AKA added to her attendance because I wanted to be supportive. But guess what? She's allergic to bees. Her medical record says a birth name, and you changed it. Who administers that now? Not everything, not me. You guys did this on your own accountability, and you've gone too far. They downgraded me in front of my child and allowed me to question myself as the mother. You sat there and told me how my child was going to be. And then you wrapped your hands around her while I sat across the table and cried.
Y'all, I just got to say something like that last part really bring me to tears, y'all. Like, that's literally what I experienced on Dr. Phil. You downgraded me. You misled my child. You lied to my child. You sitting over there comforting my child. And I know that mine is grown and there's a difference, but golly, we trying to protect the rest of our children. It still hurt. Like, made it seem like I was the worst person in the world. Like everybody love our children more than us, y'all. Y'all thought this was just Dr. Phil. This is why they silenced me. This is why they didn't want y'all woke. This is right here in America. This is happening in our school. We're talking about minor children. It can't, how you gonna sue somebody when we got this current administration that has made it legal? Not only that, the director of health, Dr. Rachel Levine, said in the video that particularly he was going after street kids. You know who the street kids are. Because I told y'all before, Black gay men are not a threat to white supremacy. They're not even worried about that. This issue and agenda that went so far, it's now coming to our children. You got a lady sitting up here crying about a 12-year-old child. See, the girl ain't even had a chance to become a woman yet. Already ready to cut off her breast. You ain't even got no titties yet. How you ready to cut them off? Like, what? Oh my God, y'all. The agenda.
Because you thought you could be there better than I never got a chance. She was scared to even say anything. Your guys' voices, not hers.
Woo! Y'all can go watch that again if you want to hear it again or up and close. Y'all can go watch it on my Instagram page. I'm getting ready to break right now, y'all. We're going to come back for part 2. Maybe later on tonight. We'll finish all of the topics that are in there because I forgot it's getting close to Christmas and I need to go do some last minute shopping for my baby. Y'all protect our children. That's all I can tell you. We'll be back for part 2. Turn on your notifications. I love you all. Make sure y'all go over to my brother Kwame's page and you all support. If you're not following Bus Life, make sure that you follow Bus Life. Make sure that you all are sharing my videos, telling everybody about me. Let's get the viewership back up. Make sure you guys go follow the IG page too, Ashel TV. And I'll be back to you guys soon. We got a lot to talk about. Go finish watching that full interview with Kamala Harris. Y'all look into what's going on with what they doing to our kids. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for joining me this morning, guys. Bye.